They want these restrictions so bad. They're like, give me calories. Hello, everybody. This is Ryan over at High Carb Regenerator. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, like, subscribe. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been eating this past week, what I'm going to be eating this week for what I can see, what my grocery was like yesterday. Well, not my grocery, but the grocery store was like yesterday. And here's the title. All right, so welcome back. I haven't made a video in a couple of days. I wanted to get one out today. I haven't done one like this in a while because I kind of been eating the same exact thing. Not that that's changed. But as you're going to see, I took a little video of the papaya and the stuff that I got over on my shelf and then the motherboard that's next to it. It's kind of a mishmash of things that are on the shelf, honestly. Some of my eBay stuff and some fruit. So I've got some Thai bananas on the top shelf, and I got some papaya. I finally just let them. Everybody kept telling me you got to let these things get to the point where they've actually got like mold and white stuff growing on them. And I finally did that. And they are a lot better. But you're going to see that I made them into a smoothie. And that smoothie was really good. So I just put bananas, papaya, and then I forgot actually until yesterday that I had bought some frozen mangoes at Trader Joe's. Costco. Costco's mangoes are actually better than Trader Joe's, in my opinion. I don't need anybody to attack me because I know there's a huge legion of people that love the frozen mango from Trader Joe's. I've never been a huge fan of them. To me, they taste like salmon. I know everybody thinks that's the weirdest thing, but I do have a little bit of bizarre taste buds. So that's what I'm starting off today. I'll probably start off tomorrow. I don't have any real ripe regular bananas, so I've got ripe Thai bananas. So I'm not going to make any smoothies. Probably tomorrow I'll still make a smoothie, and then for the rest of the week I'll probably just have Thai bananas, and starting the weekend I'll make smoothies again. We'll see what happens. I haven't been doing any juicing. Oh, I wanted to say that my weight after drinking my water in the mornings finally at 264. I took a little video of that, so it has come down a little bit. This has been kind of painful ever since the beginning of April. So I have decided that I'm going to go as much raw as I possibly can, but I did find these glowing potatoes. I'll show you a video of them here. I didn't take a very long video. I mean, I was at the store yesterday and the guy was stocking them on the shelf. I'm like, man, those things are glowing. They're organic. When I cut them open, they're just bursting with water. So I'm just going to do, water like cooking, either steaming them or boiling them because I don't want that water going anywhere. And I'm actually going to mash them when I do boil them so I keep the minerals in there. I did that last night. They were really good. I'm going to actually show you a little video of my refrigerator because yesterday I was out east and my dad has actually started growing lettuce, and so I got lettuce right out of the ground. That's in the clear bags, and then I got some romaine from the grocery store. I'm just going to mix those together. I have a salad spinner, so I've just been washing off the greens that I got from my dad because it still got the dirt on there, which is awesome. And then I wash that and I spin that and I cut it, and I'll show a picture of the salads that I've been making. I haven't been taking video for whatever reason. I do have two pictures. Sometimes I put the nutritional yeast on there. Sometimes I don't put the nutritional yeast on there. So my salads have been consisting of greens, and then I cut grapes. They're not organic. I do prefer to get organic grapes, but I have not been able to find them lately. And I know it's really not even grape season. But it was grapes cut in half. And then I show this salad, the 4-bean salad. There's no fat in that whatsoever. I drain out the vinegar because it can get a little vinegary. And I just put that on the salad. And then I know that's not raw. I know that's not raw. So I'm like 97% raw right now. Well, actually, I wasn't yesterday because I had some of them potatoes. But as raw as I can. What else am I doing? And on the salad. So I cut up the salad greens, obviously. Put them in the bowl. Put the grapes in the bowl. I've been putting the greens in the bowl. And what else did I put in there? Oh, cucumber. I got half a cucumber left, so I put the cucumber in there. And then I made a dressing of... I either make a dressing of 2 mangoes and then I'll put a little bit of the salt-free ground mustard in there and then I just blend that up, and that's a really good dressing. Last night I did 2 oranges, and I just took the peels off and I put the whole orange in there. I cubed it. No, I quartered it. And then I took the skin off and I put that in the blender. And then I just peeled a mango and I cut the whole thing off the pit. And I put that in there with a little bit of the mustard. And I whirled it up and used that as dressing. That one's a little chunkier. If you like a smoother dressing, then just do the mango version if you still can find mangoes. When I was at the grocery store yesterday, the mangoes, they're $1.69 a piece right now at Whole Foods. Not the greatest price because they're very small right now. If they're the bigger ones, I can see it. So at some point today, I'm hoping to get to the Asian market. If I do, that will also be in this video. If I do not, then you know I didn't make it there. If I make it there sometime either tomorrow or whatever day this week, I will take a little bit of video because I keep forgetting. The last time I did go to take video, but they were just straight out of everything. They had like Thai bananas and regular bananas. That's it. I mean, they normally are not the best stocked fruit Asian store that I've ever been to. Aussie is by far. Like if you got an Aussie near you and you're not using it, that is your fault. That is the best Asian store I have ever been to. I've been to Asian stores in New York City. I've been to Asian, I mean, like, if you go to some of the ones in New York City, you're going to find fruit that you can't find anywhere else. But it's not always the cheapest, and it's not always in the best condition. But if you want a general best Asian store on the planet, it's Aussie. Anyway, so I'm going to go there. I'm going to see. Hopefully they got some kind of fruit this time. You know, usually they usually have some like rare stuff. But a lot of the stuff that they've been having lately is Korean melons, which I don't really like, and Asian pears, which I'm not a really big fan. I don't actually really love apples, pears. I don't know. Leave down in the comment who here likes pears and apples. I'm just not a big fan. Just not a big fan at all. Grapes are growing on me for sure. So that's basically what I've been eating in a day. You know, and the watermelon. I'll show some watermelon. They're all the same batch. I took a video a little while ago about how to pick a watermelon. They're all the same batch. I just keep going back to the store. Like I said, I do not buy more than 5 at one time. Like, and that kind of worries me because if one goes, man, that is just, they're over there. I keep looking over there. They're over there. But I try not to buy too many at one time. And right now I try not to buy too many at one time because the price is going down. So I don't want to pay too much for watermelon. Like I was even at Whole Foods yesterday, they were $6.99. So that is a very good sign for this summer that they might actually not be ridiculously expensive. Like last year, they were $10. Are you begging for food? Are you? Look how skinny she is. She does nothing but eat. This is what happens when you eat a lot. You become skinny. Or if you have a thyroid issue. She doesn't like the camera at all. She ain't having it. Normally she'd be meowing like crazy. Through the entire summer up until like September when you could finally, or like late August, September when you could finally find the locals. And even the local stuff like was like, well, they're charging this much. So they started charging more than they usually do too. But hopefully that trend is not going to be there this year because it seems like a bumper crop already. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. Because it's funny, watermelon, I know this isn't what I eat now, but like watermelon actually like dry weather, but they like to be watered. So they're kind of a funny fruit. Like the years that I've grown them, when we had kind of more of a drought summer, but I was watering the shit out of them, that was the best watermelon I've ever had. Now, when we had like a rainy summer, and I really didn't need to actually water these things, but you know, if they can't sit in water, so you got to put them on something. I found out from a farmer like 2 weeks ago that they actually use old bras. I'm like, you know, they just use a suspension thing and they suspend these things above the ground. Anyways, if it's a wet summer, they don't like that, and they weren't that good. So it sucks for the farmer who's got to water these things more, but the taste is like lights out better. Anyway, so that's what I've been eating. It's basically been smoothie or just bananas in the morning. I was doing some juices, and then I'm not doing the too many juices right now. I did get some juicing You'll see the top of my fridge. I did get some juicing oranges. That was more for dressings, but I do have some carrots in the fridge that still need to get used. So I'm going to, at some point this week, make a orange and carrot juice, which is like phenomenal. If you've got oranges and carrots and you got a juicer, that's a great combination. And put a lemon in there too. If it's not organic lemon, peel it, because there's a lot of stuff on that. And then at night, or actually in the mid-afternoon, I've been doing a half a watermelon. And then I actually juiced the rest of the watermelon, cut off the green. I guess I'll show some video of that. And then at night, I've been doing a large salad. I've actually got I forget what it is. It's a two-something, no, it's got to be more than 2 quart. I don't know what it is, but it's like a 2-gallon, I think it is. 2-gallon bucket, basically a trough of salad that I have. Now, I don't fill it to the top. I've done that in the past, and it takes me like 3 hours to eat. So I only fill it halfway, and that fills me up pretty good. Now, I don't just do salad greens. It's a lot of fruit and a lot of fruit in the dressing. So it's actually got a decent amount of carbohydrates in the salad. If I don't have salad, I tend to want more cooked food. I know I've talked to a couple other vegans that say raw vegans that say the exact same thing. And then if I'm still hungry at some point, then I've got those amazing potatoes that I showed you, and I will have those amazing potatoes. Those potatoes, I mean, they were glowing. I was like, woo. I actually had other potatoes, but just because there was no loose potatoes, and then those things just appeared out of the back, and I'm like, oh my! I almost bought the entire case, but I'm trying to back off and be as raw as I can, especially because we're coming into the summer, and it's a lot easier to find good fruit. And that's it. But I have decided I'm going to fruit or root myself. I'm either doing potatoes, sweet potatoes, or raw. Because whatever reason, the grains really just don't agree with me. So I'm going to get the microbiome where I want it over the summer. And then maybe I can reintroduce the grains like the rice and the corn. And I'm going to have a little bit of corn here and there because the corn, I'll get it off the cob and I'll, cut it off the cob or whatever. But by and large, I'm just going to have as much fruit as I possibly can. And then I'm going to have only potatoes, sweet potatoes. I want to see how that goes. If because it's daunting to me. And, somebody's like, well, whenever you're like low on calories, that's when you start losing weight. That's what it is. That's not actually the case at all. I eat more calories on raw than I do on cooked. Like way more. Because especially if you look at something like potatoes, you can only get so much down before you're like, oh, bro, I can't eat anymore. But the calorie count is way less than it would be for like bananas or dates. Or, oh gosh, I forgot I still got dates. I still got dates actually from the date people. I got to use those things before that because they start to crystallize and they're weird after that. So no, it has not. This calorie thing drives you crazy. I don't understand. People want the calories so bad. They want these restrictions so bad. They're like, give me calories. I need calories, like restrict those calories. It's just ridiculous. I've noticed that some of the calorie restrictor people have gotten off the ship and don't watch me anymore. And I'm so thankful for that because I'm so tired of hearing. And it's just, I just thank you for not watching me. I'm so happy that they don't watch me anymore. And it's just, it's like, because I'm not going to bow to it, but I just get so tired of hearing about it. Anyway, when I do raw, I eat probably 1,500 to 2,000 calories more a day. Easily. Than I do when I don't eat that way. So anyways, that is my video. If you got any comments, questions, no, not concerns, but whatever, leave them down below. Give me a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.